So hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Promit Ghosh and today what we are driving is the facelifted version of the Mahindra TUV300. So please stay tuned to this video and we will tell you everything that has changed and that has been updated in this particular compact SUV. So starting off with the front end, the very first thing you will notice that has changed is this front grille. Now this front grille looks really nice now, and it has got some chrome over here along with some piano black finish. Now the color combination of the red, this slightly smoked out chrome, and this piano black finish looks really awesome. Second thing that has changed is this headlight unit. Now this headlight unit has not changed completely, but this has got the blacked out or the smoky effect inside. It's a basic halogen headlight. You have a cornering light over here that is really helpful. You have the indicators over here, and now you get DRLs that are daytime running lights, and they are really bright. Over here at the bumper you get these fog lamp units that are really bright. So overall guys, from the front end, the whatever bits and pieces have changed are making the TUV300 look really good, especially along with this black and this red and this chrome, the color combination. It looks really awesome. So now let's talk about the side profile of the TUV300. Now it has practically not changed. There is nothing changed in the side profile. It remains the same. You get these squared wheel arches that are similar to the Jeep Compass. One thing that is slightly disappointing is that the wheel, though now it's black in color and looks really gorgeous with these alloy wheels, are extremely small. Now these are 15 inches and they do not go with the overall size of the car. Now you can see that the car is tall and it is wide, so slightly bigger wheels would have made a great difference. It would have really looked, so the design of the wheel is really nice. They are machined alloy wheels, and the C8 tires provide excellent amount of grip in the wet also. Now you can see that there are some body lines that are running all the way from the bonnet to the tail light. You also get these body colored ORVM. Now exactly, they are not body colored ORVMs, these are blacked out ORVM. You can adjust the mirror inside automatically, but you have to manually fold them if you're going out. They are not electrically foldable. Also, you can see that the A pillar, the B pillar and the D pillar is blacked out. The C pillar is red, so it retains the red. Now as I told you, this overall red black combination actually looks really good. Plus you get a footboard over here that makes it easy for you to step inside the car. Once you open the door, you get some black carrings over here. So overall guys, the side profile looks really cool. You get roof rails. Now these are really strong, and as you can see that the car is pretty much shaking. So this actually signifies that the suspension is really soft, so some mild off-roading can be done. We will do that, and we will tell you later how it goes. So yeah guys, so the side profile of the car, it actually looks good. It's tall and it is really nice. So this is the heart of the TUV300, and this is a 1.5 liter diesel Mahindra 100 engine. Now this has been updated. Now there is no automatic in this. The lower state of tune engine has also been discontinued. Now this pumps out 100 bhp and 240 Nm of torque. Now this is a very nice engine, and it is mated to a 5-speed manual gearbox. It's a rear wheel drive car, so I mean it's really fun to throw this car around some corners as well. I mean, please don't try to do that, because I mean sometimes it might topple off if you are carrying a lot of speed. So yeah guys, I will tell you more about this engine when I drive the car. So again, a quick engine brief. This is a 1.5 liter diesel unit, and it's the Mahindra 100 engine producing 100 bhp and 240 Nm of torque. If you ask me about the mileage of this car, now this gives close to around 15 to 16 in the city, and in the highway you can easily touch 20, maybe an 18 to 20. When this came to me, it was actually on a full tank, and it was showing that it can go up to 797 kilometers on a full tank. Now that is really impressive for an engine this size. Overall guys, the engine is a bit noisy, but NVH levels are good. There are some vibrations, I mean a typical diesel engine. So yeah, otherwise the engine is really peppy. It's nice, and I will tell you more about it when I drive the car. So now let's talk about the rear of the TUV300. So the very first thing you'll notice, you get Mahindra written over here, TUV300 and the T10. So this is the T10 variant. Also the second thing that has changed in the rear is this wheel cap over here, the spare wheel cap. Now it's in the form of an X, and this is a new. It gets this Mahindra logo over here. This also gets a rear wiper along with a washer. Another new thing that has been added to the car is this roof spoiler. This looks really cool from the side. This brake light unit, and you get these chunky looking brake light units over here that are absolutely clear glass. You also get a reverse parking camera that's meant over here, along with parking sensors that are really good and accurate. We wish that these parking sensors were body colored, kind of looks aftermarket, but anyway, works good overall. So if you're talking about the rear, let's talk about the boot. So this is how you open the car, and there you go. So this is the boot, and this is the 7-seater. If you don't have the seats, this is a 384-liter boot. So let's just go in. To go in, you get a footboard that makes it easy for you to step inside. Now these seats are really small and they're very compact. Now I'm a 6 feet plus person, so 2 people of my size, impossible to sit over here, because first of all, it's a very cramped up place. Second of all, there is absolutely no under thigh support. It's absolutely zero. So I mean, one person for a short distance, if he's traveling, may be good. Otherwise 2 people, it would be really cramped up. You get a bottle holder over here and some place to keep some magazines and paperwork and whatever. So getting in and out of the boot is not that difficult. So yeah, overall guys, the rear of the car looks really good. There is no changes done extraordinary to the car except this roof spoiler and this wheel cap holder over here that's in form the X. Overall guys, the rear looks really good. So guys, now we are at the front seat of the TUV300, and the very first thing you will notice that once you enter the cabin over here, you will see that there is a lot of space. Now there is enough headroom because this car is really tall. Everything around here is really placed very nicely. So you get this dashboard that's finished in hard plastic. Looks good with this dual tone finish with the beige and the black, and you also get silver accents all around the infotainment system and the AC vents over here. Now a few changes over here. Now this car gets an eco mode that is over here. You press the button for the eco mode. Now this gets an ESS, that's an automatic start stop function that it gets over here for the rear defogger, and from here you can adjust the rear view mirrors. Now as I told you, these are not electrically foldable, but you can adjust them electrically from here inside. Overall guys, I mean, there is a lot of space. Now you got a chunky looking steering wheel. Now the steering wheel is really good. I mean, it can only be adjusted with tilt. It does not have telescopic. It gets some steering mounted controls over here. You get source, you get volume up down, you get a mute button, and to pick up and keep a phone call. Overall guys, I mean, finding the right driving position is not very difficult because you have a seat height adjuster over here. Now you can adjust the seat's height like this, and this is a complete manual seat, so you can find the very right driving posture. And also the clutch on this car is not very heavy. It is absolutely not light, but it's somewhere in the between, and you get a tall gear shifter. It does not hit the knee of the driver, so it is really comfortable. So yeah guys, I mean, it's a pretty good cabin. And if you talk about the comfort, about the seats of this cabin, now the seats are really good. They get new upholstery, they're really comfortable, really cushiony, and you also get this armrest for the driver as well as the passenger, and you get a lot of space to keep your phone, bottles, and you get a new infotainment system over here that is a touch screen. It's a 7-inch infotainment system, and it is really nice. So this gets around 6 speakers that are really good. So that's the front seat. Now let's hop into the rear. I'll tell you more about that. So now I'm at the rear seat of the car. Now this is the middle row, and as you can see that there is plenty of headroom, but legroom and knee room will be an issue because I mean, this seat over here, the front, is not adjusted according to my height. I have shifted it a little more further. Now tall people might find it a bit cramped up to sit in here for long drives. Let me just shift over here to the middle. Now there is enough room for 3 people to sit in the car, and the middle seat is also really comfortable. Though this is a rear wheel drive and you have a transmission tunnel running right beneath it, but I mean, there is no obstacle or obstruction over here in the middle. That's a very good point. Now coming over here, you get a 12-volt socket, you get a bottle holder over here, you get magazines holder. You do not get a center armrest over here. That is again a disappointment. You also do not get a third headrest over here for the person who's sitting in between. So overall guys, I mean, the seat is really comfortable and it's really cushiony, and you get some silver accents over here on the door handle, and you get some foam over here to keep your hand where the power window button is So I mean, it's a really spacious cabin, but since this is a 7-seater, they have tried to fit in the 2 seats at the rear end of the car, and so tall people might find it a bit cramped up for long drive because there is less of legroom and you need to stretch and sit really comfortably. Overall, guys, the second row is absolutely fine. The upholstery is really good. You get some really good stitching, cross stitching over here. Seats are really comfortable, but the only issue is that of the legroom. So guys, we are back at the driving seat of the TUV300, and the very first impressions are that, I mean, you sit really high, and that is really good because you get a very clear view and a very good view from where you're sitting and driving. So that is a plus point. Also, quick engine brief. This is a 1.5 liter diesel engine that pumps out 100 bhp and 240 Nm of torque, and that is very usable power that this car produces, whether it be in the city or on the highway. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I'm in love with how this car drives and how the steering responds. The only one thing that I feel is a bit of a disappointment, not exactly a disappointment, is that the suspension is very soft. It's like towards the softer side. That helps it do some mild off-roading, and it, for example, like these bumps, I mean, you don't feel them very much, but there's a lot of body roll going on in the car. So I mean, if you hit a speed breaker or you hit a pothole, I mean, the entire car like just shakes up. So I mean, if you just turn hard also, you can see that. So you can see that the vehicle is I mean, going from left to right and is just shaking because of the body roll. So anyway, speaking about the seats, guys, I mean, the seat is manually adjusted, the driver's seat, and it is really comfortable. The cushioning, everything is absolutely fine. Drivability wise, guys, this car, as I told you, is a fun to drive car. I mean, the power that it produces, it just kicks in, I mean, quickly. The diesel engine is so responsive. There is some engine noise, but though Mahindra has improved the NVH level of this car, but since it's a diesel car, I mean, there's some typical rattling going on when you switch on or switch off the car, or when the car is either idling. Otherwise, everything else in this car, I mean, I like this car. It's a very driver friendly car, and you can go on really long drives in this without any tension. As far as the mileage is concerned, I told you, in the city it gives close to around 15 to 16, and on the highway you can touch an easily 18 to 20 if you have a light foot. This is made to a 5-speed manual gearbox, and the gearbox is really nice. It is smooth. The gear stick is really tall, is really high, so I mean, it just keeps on vibrating and rattling when the car is on idle or it's on the move. So yeah, I mean, a few things that could have been improved, like the NVH level and the vibrations, and the suspension, I feel, should have been a little more stiff, so that it could get a really proper drive, like a little more stiff. Not exactly, this is not bad either, but just a little more stiff suspension would have made the ride quality really good. So this feels like it's like bouncing around if you just so I'll just take a turn and I'll show you what exactly I was meaning. So if you take a turn, you can see that the entire car just shakes from left to right. That is a bit scary because this is a very tall car. I mean, it sits really high, so if by chance you miss out a turn and you're going hot at a corner, there are chances that this car might topple off. I mean, that does not happen very often, but there are chances that this car might topple off because, I mean, as I told you, suspension is really soft and there is quite a lot of body roll which this car has. Otherwise, except that, guys, I mean, this is a very friendly car to drive around in the city as well as in the highway. And yeah, guys, Mahindra has done really good by getting a facelift of the TUV300, and yeah, it's a big thumbs up from my end. So this was the Mahindra TUV300 facelift. I hope I explained the car well to you. If you need to know anything else, please mention it down in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Now, this car is priced at rupees 10 lakh. This is the T10 variant, and I hope you have liked this video. So if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. Till then, I'm Promeet signing out. See you next time. Thank you for watching.